To this day.
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 What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some continued news on the promise that I told you guys about my source that revealed things that Wilder, Deontay, and Telly Swift, what they went through, okay? And I think it's only fair for ladies first, okay? We've done volume 1, of course, which was kind of a breakdown. And this here is volume 2, okay? Now, this is from Telly's perspective, according to the source, okay? And Telly Swift was involved with Deontay Wilder for many years, okay? And what we know about those two, what the public knows is that she claimed that he abused her, that he put his hands on her, that he, he's done a lot of these things, violent and disrespectful and whatever. And to Telly Swift's credit, okay, according to the source, that she met Deontay, and Deontay at the same time had multiple women. He had multiple women at the same time. He had a relationship with her. They gave birth to a child. Deontay Wilder, of course, we know, got arrested in Las Vegas for choking a girl. And that's bad for him, but it's also evidence for her. Okay? See, since Deontay Wilder pulled such a stunt, which was 11 years ago, mind you, and now she's saying he did the same thing. Okay, well, that's a sign or a possibility, and definitely evidence of consistency. You were violent with her and you did the same characteristics with her this other girl, Telly Swift, is claiming you to do. His affairs with other women have came to a point where this is something that he does, okay? On top of, mind you, that Deontay Wilder allegedly had relations with his brother's girlfriend. And in fact, it was revealed by the source that he bought her a car. He purchased a car for his brother's girlfriend. And allegedly that's why they fell out, because before Marcelo's was, of course, a brother, but he worked for Deontay. Okay, he, according to the source, he, was an errand guy. He did things, he cleaned up, and in return, he stayed at the house with Deontay Wilder. They fell out after revealing that Deontay Wilder was having relations with his girl, okay? And of course, he ended up moving and leaving, going back to Alabama, where he stayed in a house of Deontay's, and Deontay Wilder charged him to stay there. He was like, "Hey, you're gonna pay something," which, I have no feelings about that. I think that's just, responsibility, I guess. But based on the fact that, allegedly he did that, it's, that looks bad on Deontay, because where you tie that in with Telly Swift is, Telly Swift supposedly found out about this, okay, in this incident, and that's how they started to break and fall apart, and whatever happened last year, with the infidelity on her end or whatever, according to Tate Jones, that's when they called it quits. But before that, we had a series of events that happened. You know, he was with this woman, he was with this woman, he was with this woman, and he was doing that. And it's crazy because this about Deontay Wilder, like I told you guys, Deontay Wilder, according to the source, did not get along with his father. And supposedly his father was the same type of individual. So, you know, the fruit doesn't fall too far from the tree because they both did those type of things in their life. Okay, so this is like a deep-rooted thing, which I won't go too far into that, but basically you get the drift that Deontay's father was the same kind of guy, and he's kind of, you know, going through the same steps that his father did, which I hope he breaks if this is true. Okay, if it's true. We got to look at it like that because, you know, sources come for different reasons. Some are legitimate, some are biased, some are, you know, but whatever. And however that goes. Okay, allegedly, Wilder was like his father and he tried to escape from the same pattern or the same path as his father. But ironically, with the money and the fame, okay, those type of things eventually still happen, okay? Inevitably still happen in his life, okay? So him with the already previous case with the lady in Las Vegas, now Telly's saying that he choked her or did these things with her and spit in her face and suffocated her and, you know, and all that stuff, or nearly suffocated her and all that. You know, it just makes it look real bad for Deontay Wilder. But for Telly Swift, this is her side of the story. This is what she's claiming that Deontay Wilder did. He's done it before. Okay? He's done this before. So, you know, it's not unbelievable for him to do it again, regardless of what he tells other people. Because one thing we do know about any relationship or private matter, it's behind closed doors. So you don't know what the hell goes on behind closed doors. That's the point, you know, and then that's also the problem and the issue and the challenge in this situation, because Telly Swift is claiming that Deontay Wilder is this horrible person, you know, and he's, you know, that's why she's putting this restraining order on him eventually, okay? Because she thinks it's time, and because he's lost, there's a good chance he may come home and, you know, let out aggression on her. And as you guys remember me mention, CTE, you know, and CTE is a very dangerous mental condition due to damage, trauma to the brain. Okay, so, you know, I like to throw that in there because I believe in putting everything out on the table before speaking on anything that someone else told me. You know, it's just rationally using your common sense, you know, because, you know, he's been hit with blows, many blows by Tyson Fury. He's been in there in tough fights. You know, a guy with the mentality of, hey, I'm willing to die in the ring and I'm willing to kill somebody. Well, that's, you know what I mean? You got to think about someone with that type of mindset. Where does it come from? Does it come from just, you know, the unadulterated or unhindered thought of an undamaged brain? Or does it come from a damaged brain? You know, someone suffering from CTE, because again, a lot of people have violent thoughts when it comes to CTE or are affected by CTE. You know, they do violent things. Their brain is violent. It's like corrupted because it's damaged, you know, externally and internally, physically, that's causing mental thoughts to come through. So it's crazy in that aspect, but that's what it is. So according to Telly Swift, this is her side of the story. Stay tuned for Deontay Wilder's end. You guys tell me what you think about this source revealing these things about Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.